Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bruce Lee. I'm here with my special co-host, Bryce Patton. He's filling in for Sid today. Hey, Bryce.
Hey, thanks for calling me special. I appreciate it. I feel all warm and fuzzy.
He is special. If you knew him, you know he was special. We are here talking with Eric Stewart. He is a owner and a pharmacist with Reed's Pharmacy out in Hiram. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me here. It's great.
Glad to have you. Before we get started today, I just want to let everybody know that we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals that helps us to put this show on. They provide us the funding to do that, and we are able to do that every week because of that. If you'd like to give us some feedback or learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can check us out at empoweringseniors.info on the internet, or you can shoot us an email at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley, or you can shoot us a text or give us a call at 435-512-6406. Always like to hear from you on how you think we're doing, or if there's a guest you'd like us to have or a topic you'd like us to cover, we'd be happy to take a look at that. Well, Eric, thanks for coming in today again.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
Appreciate you being here.
Great.
As I mentioned, you are an owner and a pharmacist. And so why don't we start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and where you're from, how'd you get into this, why a pharmacy?
Perfect. Thanks so much. Yeah, so I'm actually a Cache Valley native as well. So I am from Hiram, and I'm part of Reed's Pharmacy. So I own that with Mike Conger, and it's actually a family business, and it's been in his family for 50 years. So I'm fortunate to be a part of it, and fortunate to be in Cache Valley serving the local community. Just always had an interest in medicine and helping people, and pharmacy was a perfect fit. Couldn't be happier. It's great.
That's awesome. So with pharmacy going on right now, like, are there stuff that you're prepping for coming into the winter that people need to know about?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big time right now. We are getting so many people walking in our doors, so many questions about vaccinations right now. Particularly, this is the time to do it right now. It's perfect time to prep for flu vaccine. There's high-dose vaccines for seniors. That's important. So that's an option, gives a little bit better.
What's a high-dose vaccine?
Yeah, so good question. The high doses, they just basically put a little bit more in it, so you get a better immune response. So supposedly, and the data shows this, that you can prevent the flu a little bit easier by getting the higher dose, being over the age of 65. That's kind of the data they've shown. Doesn't mean if you get the lower dose one, the normal one that everyone gets, totally fine too. That works great. The higher dose one's only been out a few years. So vaccines is a hot topic right now.
So if you can't get the high dose, should they still get the low dose?
Still get the low dose, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And does insurance cover these?
Yeah, they're absolutely free through. Most everyone, that's over 65 is on Medicare. Medicare covers them. They're all free. So pretty much all vaccinations now are free through Medicare, which is great because they weren't before. So there's a slew of them you can get. They're all covered. Yeah.
So vaccinations were kind of a hot topic there for a while. So you guys are doing flu, RSV, I assume COVID, whatever COVID vaccine there is out there. Are there other ones as well?
Yeah, there are. There's a bunch of them. So the hot ones definitely are the flu, the RSV. That's a new vaccine. It's new for people over the age of 60. It was never offered before. It is covered by Medicare, completely free. It's recommended for sure. Shingles vaccine, that's free this year through Medicare. It never has been. You've had to pay a premium or a copay on that. So that's free. That's a 2-shot series.
That's age-based though, right? I mean, when you say through Medicare, we're talking about people that are over 65. If I want to come in for a shingles vaccination earlier than that, then that's an insurance.
Yeah, and that it'll depend on the insurance. Most insurances now are pretty good post-COVID about seeing the importance of vaccinations, and so most, I would say a high 90%, they're completely free. So shingles is indicated over the age of 50, I believe, but definitely one that is pushed when you're 60, 65. So,
I asked you about or I mentioned that there's, it's kind of a hot topic there for a while. I'm just curious, if someone is apprehensive about getting a vaccination or the safety of a vaccination or something like that, is that something that you as a pharmacist can talk with them about?
Yeah, for sure. Yep. And they do provide all these documents from the government, statements, VIS statements that kind of go over the vaccine, go over safety data, go over potential side effects. So there's a myriad of information we can get to people and hopefully calm some of their fears. All the new vaccines that are coming out, there's really good data to support it, been studied, and so we're just here to provide any information that's needed.
Now, if they have a question to see if their insurance covers it, is that something you can look up, or do they need to call their insurance? How does that work?
We'd be happy to help them at the pharmacy. Sometimes it's a more streamlined way to do it, a little easier. It's trying to get a hold of a person on the other end of the insurance can be difficult. And usually off the top, if they call and say, hey, this is my insurance, or show me the card, we can probably tell them right off the bat just because we're so familiar with it. So
I was going to say most of the providers that are local are probably ones you're familiar with then as to whether or not they would generally cover these vaccinations. Yeah. Do people just come in then with, they can just show up, right?
Just show up.
And they have, as long as they can give you their card?
Insurance card. Yep, that's it.
Now, can you get multiple shots at the same time? Can you get the flu per se and COVID at the same time?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. And you can get any myriad of them, mix and match. There's no real limitation now, just because there's no live vaccines. We don't have any live vaccines that we're currently doing at the pharmacy, and so you can mix and match. We have a lot of people do the RSV and flu and COVID all at the same time, or you can separate them too. It's totally fine as well. Some people just like to get one at a time every couple of weeks.
I was going to say each one may have its own side effect, right?
Yeah.
So is it recommended to do that, or is it, what's your opinion, I guess? Is it better to come in over a couple of weeks, or is it better to just get it over with?
Yeah, that's a good question. I get it a lot, and really the best answer is whatever is most convenient for you to be able to get the vaccines, right? And so a lot of people, that is just one time, get it done. But you do have people that say, you know what, makes me a little tired or my arm's sore, so I'll just separate it. So it's really patient preference and what fits your lifestyle, but there's no harm in doing it all at the same time.
So why don't you tell us where exactly Reed's is?
Okay, so we're located in Hiram. We're at 790 East Main, and so we're just across the street from the McDonald's in the Ridley's parking lot right there in Hiram. And
it's just on the east side of the road, right? The east side of that building?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you park right there. And what's the phone number if people have questions?
435-245-3784, or that's 245-DRUG. Pretty easy.
245-DRUG. And when they call that, who are they going to get?
Probably talk to a pharmacy technician or a clerk. Super easy. They know all the answers to those questions, or feel free to ask for a pharmacist. We always have 2 or 3 on staff at a time.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we're about to head out to our first break here. This is the Senior Moment Show. We have Eric Stewart. He's the owner and the pharmacist with Reed's Pharmacy. We'll come back here in just a minute.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
Next time you're in pain, think about what Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, can do for you. Reed's has dozens of specialized treatments at minimal cost to you. Reed's also has a huge selection of custom nutraceuticals, as well as braces and wraps to alleviate specific types of pain. Their highly trained pharmacists have extensive training and education for pain management. Plus, their compounding pharmacists have the ability to custom fit medications for you. Call 245-DRUG for more information. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a prearranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts prearranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
And welcome back to our Senior Moment Show, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. I'm with Bruce Lee today, and I'm his special guest, Bryce. And,
so special.
Yes. And we're also with Eric Stewart, the owner and pharmacist over at Reed's Pharmacy. In our first segment, we were talking about vaccines and how they can help. Yeah, we were very curious about this RSV vaccine that you told us briefly about. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's good. I've been getting some questions about this one. It is a new vaccine. Traditionally, we think in kids, right? Kids are more prone to RSV. We see it in newborns all the time. But now we've started to see it more in the elderly population. And, I mean, I've literally talked to a half a dozen people in the last month that have gotten RSV, and I was like, man, I've never really seen this before. But it is a problem because it can be fatal, and it also sets deep in the lungs, and for the most part, it takes a long time to get over RSV, unlike like a common cold. It takes a long time, so I think it is a good thing. It's probably something that's a little overdue, but it's something that is completely covered by insurance companies once again, so a great option.
I'm kind of stuck on, I'm thinking about why does somebody come in to get a vaccination versus why would you not go in to get a vaccination? And if I'm just going to use myself as an example, one of the reasons that keeps me from going in, besides I just don't want to drive someplace, is I don't want to have the side effect. I don't want to have the whatever is going to happen. And are you seeing? Does that change at all with new vaccinations that come out where the side effects are lessened, or is it just something that you need to deal with?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. With the vaccines we have now, like I mentioned before, none of them are live. The live vaccines tend to give way more side effects, right? So we'll see MMR. That's, I believe, a live vaccine.
When you say live, tell me what you mean exactly.
So just the way they're structured and the way the body has to create an immune response to them. The live ones tend to create a lot more robust immune response initially, and the body, for some reason, responds to that with a whole lot more side effects. So on the inactivated ones, meaning the body, it just kind of triggers the body to create its own immune response. So you're not giving actual virus. That's probably the biggest difference. You're not actually giving a virus. You're triggering the body to give an immune response. You don't get those side effects. I mean, sore arm, right? I mean, sore arm, you see on a few of these vaccines for 24 hours, it lists in the vaccine, side effect profile, malaise, fatigue, dull headache, and that's kind of what we see on maybe the shingles vaccine a little bit, COVID vaccine a little bit, not so much on flu. RSV's been pretty good so far. It's newer. But, yeah, I mean, all these side effects are not to the point that you're going to typically have to miss work, anything like that. You'll just notice, I got a shot yesterday, but 24 hours later, you're typically just fine.
Gosh, that's fantastic. I need to get my flu shot. Last one I got was one of the live vaccines, and boy, it kicked my trash. So that's good. So and again, they can just come walk in and get it taken care of?
Sorry, yeah, and now is a great time. Like, now is the time everyone should be getting their vaccines if they haven't. If people ask me, I would say, get them mid-October is a perfect time because it should get you through flu season in early spring. So, yeah, come on in. It's a perfect time to get a flu shot.
Now, you were talking about the shingles vaccine, how it's 2 doses. Is that kind of like how the COVID was with the booster? What does that entail?
Yeah, it's basically the same vaccine. It is the same vaccine. You get it twice, separated by a couple months. So you wait 2 to 6 months on the shingles vaccine, and it's exactly like that. It's the same vaccine, just a booster to create an additional immune response, and it's super effective. And if anyone's dealt with shingles before, it can be very painful. We've seen people go blind because of it, deal with nerve pain for years afterwards. So the fact that it's free through most insurance plans now is really great.
All right. Well, we've talked a lot about vaccinations, and so, but that is not the only thing that happens out there at Reed's Pharmacy, right? There's a couple more things that you can do than just get a vaccination.
Yeah, we do all kinds of things out there at Reed's
When
Pharmacy.
you were thinking about going into business, you probably weren't like, oh man, it's needles and vaccines for me, right? What's special about Reed's?
Oh man, I could go on and on. I'm a little biased though. So, first and foremost, it's just that we're part of the community. Like, it's important to us, myself and Mike as owners, and our other pharmacists and all of our staff, that we're part of a community. We care about people. We know names, right? Like, when you come in, we want to treat you right, and we value being part of this community. It's a big deal. But as far as services go, we compound. That's important. So a lot of options with compounding, doing customized medications and hormone replacement type things. And we do bubble packing. So bubble packing is basically a way of doing adherence packing for individuals that make it so it's all streamlined. So we put medications in a pack for you. It's dated. The drugs are listed on there. And we kind of work with the doctor to make sure that we can get the refills that you need. It's just a super easy way to save time and energy on your end of things.
So this is, when you're saying you put the pills in packaging and whatnot, is that basically replacing the little plastic, daily pop pill, little plastic organizer that you have to fill every Sunday and take your meds? Is that pretty much what you're doing, or what?
Yeah, and that's exactly what we get. It's the individuals that are taking 2 or 3 hours on the weekend to put their pills in their planners just for the week. And so what we do is we do it for a month at a time, and we're replacing that. We do it for you. We're making sure you get the right medications at the right time of day. Like I said, it's dated, labeled, your name's on it. You know what drug you're taking when. So it's really about convenience, saving you time, and making sure that you're getting the right drug at the right time.
I know that it's not always convenient how the drugs should be taken, and you have some that are multiple times a day, or I don't know, maybe there's a lot of different pills that need to be taken throughout the day, and this one's in the morning, but this one here is 2 times in the day or something like that. How do you handle that with bubble packs? If I've got it's just kind of all over the place as far as the times that I have to take them and things like that.
That's actually why bubble packs are great, because we pin it down with the customer ahead of time and realize when talking to them what time of day they like to take their meds, right? And so we bubble pack it accordingly. We don't have to do just morning and night times. We can do 4 times a day. And so we really work closely with the patient to know when to do the medications, how they should be packed. And it's just so easy because the time is on it for them, so they know exactly when they need to take it.
So what's the cost for you to perform that service?
So honestly, we do it for free as long as the patient's on over 5 medications. That's kind of our standard requirement because it does take a little bit of time and resources, but it's very convenient too.
Okay. We're getting ready to head out toward our next break. When we come back, we'll be talking more with Eric about the goings-on at Reed's Pharmacy. We're going to talk about something that's interesting that they do with your doctor, or if you have multiple doctors even, and how your medications are being given to you, and we'll ask some questions about that. Before we go, Eric, phone number out there for Reed's?
435-245-3784.
Thanks. This is the Senior Moment Show. We're headed to our next break. We will be right back.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
And welcome back to the Senior Moments Show. I'm Bryce Patton. The special guest, as Bruce keeps putting it. And I'm with Bruce Lee, as well as Eric Stewart from Reed's Pharmacy. He's the pharmacist and owner out there. He's been telling us about vaccines and now med organization, bubble packs. Now, when you're organizing and going, trying to get everything, sometimes you go to the doctor in the middle of the month and then they give you a prescription for a month. So then, it's due at the next middle of the month, and then you might go to the doctor another time at the end of the month, and then you have another medication due at the end of the month. How do you guys deal with that and keeping that all organized?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest benefits of doing this bubble pack system that we do is instead of you having to run to the pharmacy multiple times a month or multiple times a week to try to keep up with your medications, we have those all organized for you. We communicate with your doctor or doctors about getting the refills. So we're doing that proactively on the back end. If there's medications that are out and you don't have refills, we're doing that work for you. So you're not going to your cupboard and realizing, hey, I'm out of my blood pressure med right now and I don't have refills. What do I do?
So, Eric, we've got multiple doctors, possibly multiple pharmacies if I'm a patient. Is that service of coordinating with my physician or physicians? I guess I could have multiple physicians. Do I need to ask for that? And if there's another pharmacy that's been in play, like I went to last week or something like that, do you know that, or do I have to tell you?
Yeah, no, you would have to tell us that. So as far as us getting the process going, piece of cake, we've done it thousands of times. Just come in, tell us what you're interested in. You want to learn more about our bubble packs, you want to do the bubble packs, whatever. We can transfer your medications from other pharmacies, which is super easy. All you have to do is tell us your name, birth date, and the pharmacy you went to. We handle the rest. You have to do nothing. But we coordinate everything. We'll make sure we'll use the old meds that you had so you're not wasting any, and then start running them through our pharmacy thereafter. But super easy.
Okay, so if somebody wants to take vitamins or different things that they might just be able to buy over the counter at the pharmacy, can that be included, or is that excluded and they have to just take that on their own?
We put a lot of over-the-counter supplements in with the bubble packs. As long as we provide them in the pharmacy, then we add them to the packs for sure. Makes things a lot simpler.
That's excellent.
So here's the real question. You guys are in Hiram, and if I don't live on the south end of the valley, it's a lot for me to get into my car to drive all the way out there, even though you guys are awesome. How do you guys handle that?
That is one of my favorite questions, actually. And we handle that by free delivery. So we have a full-time delivery team. We deliver 5 days a week, and we will get your meds to you. And on the bubble pack system, it's so easy. So easy.
So tell me what that looks like. If I see my physician today, I get prescribed antibiotic for whatever or something. Is that coming to me today? What's the cutoff? When am I going to see that?
Yeah, good question. So we typically do a cutoff at around 11:30 in the morning. That's the time our delivery driver goes out, and they could be in Smithfield, North Logan. Otherwise, it's free next day delivery.
So you talked about going to Smithfield. Do you guys have a radius, or is it all Cache Valley that you'll deliver to?
Yeah, for the most part, it's all Cache Valley. Now, we do try to coordinate days where the very, very far north, like Smithfield, we'll try to coordinate that so it's 2 days a week. In emergencies, we'll still go out there.
Well, that's fantastic. So do you guys do anything out of state?
Yeah, we can. We're licensed to ship to Idaho and Wyoming, so we do a lot with Idaho, which just over the border here.
So if I am in one of the outlying towns, either in Idaho or just outlying town in Cache Valley, because you said Smithfield is pretty far north for you guys, you drop that in the mail, and what does that look like? Is that 2 days?
Yep. We ship a lot, and so we have a UPS center in the pharmacy. We're constantly shipping things. They pick up every day, and so I think from here most things 2 or 3 days, but we'll ship to Idaho, Wyoming, anywhere in Utah. So
if somebody is using another pharmacy that doesn't provide these services and they want to switch over to Reed's and to Bubble Pack or get that delivery, is that a hard process, or what is the process for that?
Anytime change is involved, it's scary, but in this situation, it's so easy. You just call us, tell us what you're interested in. We can handle the rest from there. So we literally just call the pharmacy, or call other pharmacies, call the doctor, coordinate with you what medications you're on, and get our Bubble Pack team involved. And I mean, you don't have to come to the pharmacy if you don't want to.
So that's, you guys take over all the legwork. It's just an easy phone call for you, from them to you. And do they have to talk to a pharmacist? Can they do a technician?
Yeah, no, you can just mention that you're interested in bubble packing, and we'll direct you to the right person for that. And then once again, every month we call you to make sure there's no changes in medications, and we're always in communication with you.
Eric, we're just about done today. Thanks for being on the show. We appreciate you coming in and sharing some of the information. Are there any hidden costs in any of this that I'm going to get tricked by when I call you up? You're like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, no hidden costs here. Like I said, as long as you're on 5 meds or more, it's free delivery. Nothing sneaky going on here. I appreciate you letting me be on the show today.
You bet. And the phone number for Reed's?
435-245-DRUG, which is 3784.
245-DRUG. And when they call, they'll get a technician probably. But if they need to talk to a pharmacist, they can.
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. Well, this has been the Senior Moment Show. We're thankful for Eric coming on and talking to us about Reed's Pharmacy. Great organization out there in Hiram. Appreciate you guys serving the community. Appreciate everybody listening. Appreciate the Empowering Seniors Group for sponsoring us. And we will be back again next week.